Toto, we are not in Kansas anymore. Okay, hi everybody, it's Starsinger. I'm tuning in from about the 11th dimension today, and I've got my other phone. I'm running the Activate All. The Activate All is a part of the system that's not, it's not available to the public, so you get it in the class. And it helps a lot because you can activate all the 144 pyramids at the same time. And we use that a lot for the planetary work. So I've got that one running right now, and my other phone's on airplane mode. So I just I got a question after the Be Prepared video, and I answered it on the YouTube, but I also wanted to speak about it a bit here because yes, I was going to be getting to that. That's been on my list to talk to you about the cell phones and what they're going to start sending through the cell phones and why they're doing so many updates. I really, and it's another reason why I want everyone to take the master class and get the QFT, the real QFT that comes from me directly, which is very different. That's all I can say on this video. But so that you can have a designated computer and you don't need Wi-Fi to run it, right? So and it'll be off of the devices then. And that's one of my goals, my long-term goals, is to get this on a device for everybody that they can use and designate just for the doing work with the QFT for themselves or for others, for the neighborhoods, families, world, because it's really powerful. And it can help with a lot. It can restore all organic life. It can restore trees. It can restore, your body. Anyway, I've talked about that before. I go into those details as well in the class. But so what was I going to talk about? I was going to tell you about what the question was. Okay, so the question was, someone asked, I can't remember exactly, and I'm not looking at it, but it was about signals being sent through our phones, and also when I do these videos, it's a program I don't need Wi-Fi for, so I always have my phones on airplane mode, and the computer that I run my technology on also is on airplane mode. So I consciously, and also another thing I want to drop a seed about is that when I was bringing in the frequencies, I had a temple and a sanctuary. And the sanctuary, there was no Wi-Fi allowed in there. There was no phones allowed in there. It was my treatment room, and everyone had to shut off their phone when they came in the room, even. And also, when I do my live events, everyone has to shut off their phones. Because, yes, this is upcoming, that they're going to be starting to send frequencies and things through our phones. So I suggest everyone put a plasma field around your phones, immediately. And you can use the aqua plasma frequency. I think it's in the turquoise level, or the aqua plasma pyramid beam to put that plasma field around your devices, because it will act as a Faraday and make it so those signals can't come in at you. Like maybe they'll get to your phone, but they won't come in at you. Because really, these things at any point could be used as a directed energy weapon. And these phones. So that was another thing I was going to bring up, and why I've been continuously saying everybody use the QFT off Wi-Fi. There's quite a lot of reasons why I made this technology intentionally without needing Wi-Fi. And I did this way before this whole AI takeover. I was just given the downloads and I did it. And then I found out after why. So I also have a bullion of silver in my hand. And silver, pure silver, is very, very protective. If you can get yourself a piece of pure silver, silver is very, very protective for your energy and for your house. You know, it's not too expensive. It's not as expensive as gold is, but to work with pure silver as well on a physical level, and that'll also help to, help. You can use the frequencies with it too to enhance its properties, to magnify it to be stronger. You know, that's the thing about the QFT. It's an amplifier of whatever you intend, in the light, of course. So, what's on my list today? Let me just take a breath. I was babbling on right away. Talked about Toto and not being in Kansas anymore. I'm obviously in the 11th dimension today. So, everybody has light, and everybody has light within them. And a lot of the circumstances going in the world right now are dimming people's light down, right? And when I make these videos, what it also does is it helps my presence helps to boost your light. And this is something I learned from my Hawaiian kahunas. I've had about 4 of them in 30 years' time. 4 different ones that carry different information. Everybody carries different olelo, different stories. But everybody has light, and what you want to do while you're working with the QFT as well is do as much as you can to grow your light within you. Grow your light within you so that when something comes in, or a stressful circumstance, or anything coming from the external world, so that your light is stronger. People have been so attacked over the past few years over this whole thing I've been talking about in my previous videos, that it's dulling people's light. People are getting in like a darkness in their aura. Not everybody. There's a lot of people that know how to sustain their light and have a lot of light, right? And they know that they're sharing their light too. In Hawaii, the way I was taught it is that, when the people that have big light within them, they help to wake up other people's light. And that's really what you want to focus on, on a real simple, practical level. And there was also a question come in about the QFT and healing a major issue. And you need to, I'm going to say it again, you need to meet God halfway. You need to use your intention and your brain, and you need to put yourself into a parasympathetic state when you're healing yourself of a big issue with the QFT. And you need to believe. You need to get your mind out of the way. That's why some people ask me questions. They could ask me a question for 100 times and I'll never answer it, because you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. If you really want to heal yourself, it has to become a commitment within your being to do whatever it takes to get your light stronger and get this, whatever you're facing, out of your body. And you have to put your mind there. Your mind needs to be there and focused on fleshing out the issue. And if it's a big issue, you need to chant a mantra and focus, 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 focus. Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve. You need to be involved, involved. That's why the QFT is a feminine, the only feminine technology on earth. Like it doesn't do anything unless you tell it to. Like it doesn't, it won't do anything unless, other than what you write in that intention box and what you are holding in your mind. So, yeah. So, it's one of the reasons my technology is here, the sound healing frequency tool from the future and from the star relatives, that I haven't even gotten into that part of the story yet. So I've got Uncle Bob on the list here. Uncle Bob. I have a lot of people that adopt me. People adopt me all over the place. I love it. I love it because everywhere I go, I feel like I'm home, And because I didn't have a very good upbringing, and my parents are both on the other side now. Everybody always adopts me. They're like, you come in the family. It's also my aloha spirit, right? I have a very big heart, very good heart. And, So, Uncle Bob caught me when I escaped Las Vegas after living there for a year and realizing, oh my God, I got to get out of this hellhole. Whoa. But, I was there for a reason. I held a lot of light there in 2021, 2022, part of 2021 and part of 2022. I did it. I was there for a reason, and, but Uncle Bob caught me when I escaped Las Vegas, and the guides just said, get out now, get everything in the U-Haul and move, go. So I ended up in Utah for a short time at this amazing being, Bob Reese, who he's a genius. He's an absolute genius. He's 90 years old now. And he was an elevator engineer in Las Vegas for 30 years. He built elevators. So the man is just a genius, incredible genius. If you give him anything to solve, he'll find it. He'll solve it. He'll solve the issue. It may take him a bit of time, but he can solve any issue. He is like a genius. So when he caught me, I said, "Oh, thank you. I'll give you my technology, sound healing technology," because he had physical issues starting to appear, and I said, "Oh, just play this through your speakers." And so I unlocked everything, all the levels for him, and gave him the QFT as a gift, because he helped me when I escaped Las Vegas. I call it the Great Escape. The Great Escape from the Draconian Las Vegas. And then I said, well, check it out, look around and let me know what you think, right? And I was like doing my own thing, and, so then we were eating one night, and I was like, so what do you think about the QFT, And he was like, I don't even know how people are going to understand this. And, for a genius like him to tell me that, and other people have told me that too, how advanced my technology is, how advanced the QFT is. And for me, I guess it's, I don't, I don't really see things the same way, so I kind of missed that part, which is kind of a big part to miss. So, he was like, the normal person is not going to understand this. It's like super intelligent. And, but it really is simple on a level. And the simplicity is in just doing what is instructed simply by listening to the frequencies. Yes, it is very advanced healing tool, but everything is everything is there. The frequency button is there. There's a little button beside it. You press that button, it gives you a little description of what the frequency does. So if you get too overwhelmed, because there are a lot of people that have just found it and bought up to the emerald level, and they're like, well, it hasn't healed me yet. I'm like, well, did you go through the ruby level for a month? Did you go through the turquoise level for a month? Did you go through the amethyst level for a month before you jumped all the way up to the emerald level and got catapulted into a holographic healing pod that's like changing your molecular structure and restoring your DNA at light speeds, So I say again, yes, it is very advanced. It's a very, very advanced sound healing tool. And that's why it works so powerfully. But just be simple. Just work with one frequency at a time, until you really feel what that's doing. I really recommend the CSF frequency to everybody, especially people that work a lot, to use that CSF frequency every single day before you go to sleep at night or when you wake up in the morning. And you actually do what I instruct you with my consciousness voice to do. You put your fingers on right on the back of your neck, where your spine meets where your back meets your neck, and you put pressure there, and it releases any blocks in your cranial fluid. And this is really important for people who work a lot. So yeah, just go step by step. Don't miss the steps, because then your mind will get involved, and that's what we don't want. I'm not working with your mind. The QFT is not working with your mind. It's working with your soul, your spirit. The only part of your mind that the QFT is working with is your intention that you write in that box and your focus, right? So, if you get your mind too involved, the mind is going to get in the way of everything, because you're going to be thinking things and having thoughts and I don't understand how this works, and you can't heal anything if you're in your mind that way. You just have to drop in. And I know that's hard to do for people who haven't been trained. Like, I'm a highly initiated being, so it's easy for me to just drop in and know that place of in, so just take it easy. Go slow. Go step by step. Step by step. And if you're getting too overwhelmed, I have stabilization, grounding frequencies in the turquoise and amethyst level. Anytime you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or from anything, I love the stabilization frequency. That frequency works within 5 minutes of playing that. Just stabilizes everything, even the environment around you. So yeah, that's some more information. And I wanted to bring up Uncle Bob because he is a remarkable genius. And for someone like him to tell me that my technology is too advanced for most people, that's another reason why I'm doing these videos, and I'm using my light, my consciousness, my telepathy, my superpowers to help wake up your light. But you got to get out of your mind completely. It's not going to work if you're in your mind. Other than writing that intention in the box, being very well intended, and then you just let your mind go. And you listen and you tune into the frequencies, either with surround sound speakers or headphones or however's most comfortable. But it's best with like supersonic sound because there's a lot of subtle frequencies going on that when you hear those those are what trigger your, a lot of the magic to start happening between the communication of the sound healing and frequency healing with the communication of the intelligence of your body. So, oh my God, it's 20 minutes and 42 seconds. So, silver, everybody, get some silver, and I'll tune in again soon. Aloha kea kua. Peace and blessings, everybody.